Guys, and welcome to my channel. It's Davina here, and today I'm going to be talking about my Daniel fast experience. Okay guys, so first I want to give you guys a background about my experience with the Daniel fast. I'm going to give you guys a background. So this is my first time, well, it was my first time ever doing the Daniel fast. I had never done it before during this time, and I did it in August. I can't remember the dates, but yeah, I did it in the month of August. It's still August while I'm recording this video, but I have been off of the fast for at least a week now, and it's going on 2 weeks, I believe. And yeah, I have fasted before, of course. I won't say of course, but I have fasted before in the past, doing the traditional fast, or the more common fast, where you abstain from eating for a certain time period, and you read your word, of course. For example, like I would fast from maybe from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m., and I'll abstain from at least pork. So pork for sure, and then sometimes even beef and even chicken sometimes, but mainly pork, and then sometimes beef, and then of course not eating any sweets or junk food. If would have a snack, it will be something healthy. But I think majority of all the times that I fasted, I just abstained from snacks completely. I would just have the one meal per day. And I normally would get off my fast at 6, and sometimes I would get off at 3. When I first started doing fast, like trying to be a little bit more intentional, when I first started to understand fast a tiny bit, I would do it to about 12 when I was like in high school. And then once I got more knowledge about, I always grew up in church, but I didn't know everything about everything. I had to know this stuff for myself. So then once I got a little bit older, I was able to do my fast a little bit longer, and now I'm able to do them pretty efficiently. So yeah, I have done fast in the past, and this was my first time doing the Daniel fast, so this made it a little bit more challenging. So let's talk about what the Daniel fast even is. So the Daniel fast is basically what Daniel had done in the book of Daniel in the Bible. So Daniel was a prophet, he was a seer, and he, first of all, his whole diet was him eating plant-based anyway. So he would eat vegetables, he wouldn't eat meat, he wouldn't drink wine, basically mainly vegetables and water. So he was, I guess you can call him a vegan. Um, he would have been a vegan if he was here today. And he also decided to fast during a certain time period. So he would still keep his diet of not eating meat and drinking wine, and eating vegetables and drinking water, and to seek God. He decided, even with his dietary restrictions that he had given himself, um, and he seen that it was successful for him and others. It made them strong and all that stuff. You could read about it in the book of Daniel. And he had decided to go a little bit further and seek God during that time. And he did this for 21 days. So traditionally the Daniel fast is for 21 days, and that's how long I did it. I did for 21 days, which is equal to 3 weeks. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why I even did the Daniel fast. So I did the Daniel fast because I was very interested in doing it. When I heard somebody else talking about that they were going to do it, I was like, I feel like I want to do it too. And because I never done it, and I know that when you fast, you hear from God more. So I was like, I'm interested in it. Let me try it out. So that's why I decided to do the Daniel fast, to do something a little bit differently in my fasting. I had just actually got off of the fast before I heard the fast. Somebody talking about that they were doing the fast. Yeah, I had did a 3-day fast, a 3-day regular fast by myself a couple of days before then. But I had never done the Daniel fast, so I decided to join in. So yeah, that's why I decided to do the Daniel fast myself. Like I said before, it lasts for 3 weeks, 21 days. Okay, the challenges that I have had from doing the Daniel fast, the only challenge I would say was that the food selection. So it wasn't necessarily hard for me to eat different foods. I actually adjusted pretty well, even though I am a carnivore. I eat whatever I feel like I want to eat. I do. I don't eat as much pork as I used to, and I actually want to cut out pork completely if I can. I know I can, but hey, that's a whole nother story. But I am a carnivore. I eat whatever I please. I would say I don't have any dietary restrictions. Besides, I don't drink whole milk. Besides that, I don't have any dietary restrictions. So even though that is a challenge itself, it wasn't that challenging as far as like me eating the different food to like adjust. Like I didn't feel like I really had um, maybe initially I had a little bit of cravings, but throughout the fast, I didn't have strong cravings for foods that I used to eat. Like towards the last 2 days, I did start having certain cravings for certain foods, like a cheeseburger, but I didn't have wild cravings. And it wasn't like I felt like the food was nasty when I was eating the foods that I was having. But it was a challenge because it was hard finding certain foods that were Daniel Fast friendly. So when you do the Daniel Fast, you don't have any sugar, you don't have any yeast, so you don't eat regular bread. You gotta make sure if you buy like any processed food or any food that's in cans and stuff that doesn't have any sugar added. So I'm a person that's on the go. I'm a salon owner. I do hair. I'm busy. I was by myself doing hair in my salon during this time too. And then I ended up getting sick as well. So it's kind of hard for me to cook food from scratch and stuff like that, or cooking every night. So some foods I did have to get like prepackaged and stuff like that. I didn't get all my foods fresh. I did get a lot of fresh food from the beginning, but I knew that I wasn't going to have a lot of time to like cook and stuff. So I had to buy stuff that was prepackaged, and I had to read the labels to make sure I didn't have like certain ingredients in it. So that was kind of a challenge, but I feel like Aldi have a lot of good food that are Daniel Fast friendly. But the flatbread that was there, it did have sugar in it, so I didn't end up getting flatbread. And I'm going to talk about like, once I get to the end of the video, I'm going to talk about if you make any mistakes or any advice, because I did make a few mistakes in the Daniel Fast, and I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, let's talk about the benefits of the Daniel fast, at least for me. So, normally when you fast, people normally will have lots of clear dreams, and they will hear from God more in the different ways that God speaks to them, or God can even speak to you in a new way that He normally doesn't speak to you. During this time of me fasting, I didn't really get a lot of dreams. Like, I didn't get like a ton of dreams like I normally get just in everyday life. I'm normally a dreamer, but I feel like in this season, God is speaking to me more rather than giving me a ton of dreams, and He's let me just go through everything like a journey rather than showing me everything like weeks and weeks ahead of time. So I might see something that might happen like now, just with regular dreaming outside of the fast. I might dream something like 2 days before it'll happen, or I've been having a few flesh dreams as well. But like during the fast, instead of me having dreams, I would sense more. So I was stronger in sensing. So I was more sensitive to sensing and having clarity about things, and also feeling things. So I would know stuff before it would happen. I would just know it in my spirit. That's another part of my gift that I naturally have. I just since I was a little girl, I could know things. I could just know that I know it. It's just like I just have a confidence about me in my head about knowing about something. I just know it, and also I could feel things, so I could feel how somebody else feels, whether they don't like someone at times. Not all the time, but sometimes I can feel if they don't like someone. I could also feel if they're hurting. Sometimes I could pick that up. Like if somebody is hurting next to me, sometimes, not all the time, I could start feeling that way. Like I could just feel it, and I know that the way that that it's not you, that it's your feelings, and it's somebody else's. It's that you didn't naturally have those feelings, and it just happened. It's just a feeling that you'll know too that it's something. So sometimes I'll get that. I could feel how other people feel, and I could just know certain things. So I had that stronger. Like I would just know when somebody was about to say something or when something was about to happen. So I picked up on sensing. I just had a stronger sensing during the fast. I also was sick, and I might do a separate video about that. I also ended up getting sick during my time of fasting, which was crazy, but I still pressed through and continued on my fast. So I'm gonna get some advice at the end of the video on what you could do if you have a hard time or if you made a mistake. I really did love the fast. It's kind of, I don't know, it should be strange to say that, but I did love the fast. It was hard and challenging because I wasn't used to eating like a vegan or even like a vegetarian. I have ate like a vegetarian in the past before for like a week at a time because I did date someone that was a vegetarian, and yeah, I had met his family and they didn't allow any food inside the house. So while visiting them, we just ate vegetarian, which wasn't bad. Actually, it was alright. Um, so yeah, it was my first time being like eating a vegan diet, but I still pressed through. And then also, like I said before, it was hard to find the right food. So sometimes when I was out and about, I couldn't eat everything that was on my list. Like sometimes I had to eat white rice, and I did eat some bread. So bread from an Impossible Burger, and then white rice from like Chinese. So I ordered Chinese a few times, basically broccoli, and they offer rice, but all the places that I found, they didn't offer brown rice. So if I was too hungry, I had to eat that right. I found myself eating that white rice with the broccoli, if that makes sense. I did most times bring my food with me, but like I said, if I was too busy out and about or something like that, I did bring, let me see, this is trying to fall. I did go to like Burger King to get the Impossible Whopper, which was really good. I really like that. So I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing, but you can have Impossible Burgers here and there. Um, it's it's all plant based. It doesn't have any sugar in it. So yeah, if you yeah, I didn't mind eating the Impossible Burgers, whether it was from home or whether I got it from like Burger King. The only thing is that with Burger King, you're not supposed to have that type of bread, and also yeah, so it was really challenging to eat a certain way, but it did make me really disciplined. I felt very disciplined, um, to like, okay, I'm not gonna have this. I can't have this snack. I can have chocolate. I can't have none that have sugar in it. I ate plantain chips, which only has three ingredients: plantains, maybe canola oil, and salt. So I ate salted. I had salted plantain chips. Also, I had like salted sea salt popcorners, which only have three ingredients as well. I had like some salted popcorn. I had applesauce, and I had unsweetened applesauce. You're not supposed to have the regular applesauce because it has sugar. So everything that I had was no sugar added. I had a lot of vegan um, snacks and products when I did have snacks. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to bake anything because I was really busy during this time, and then I also ended up getting sick, so staying home for a period of time. I ended up having to order food, but I made sure to just make it as Daniel fast friendly as possible. So yeah, it gave me a new perspective. So now I do want to eat healthier. I already been for years wanting to eat healthier. Like it's just been a goal. Like in the back of my mind, I'm like I want to eat healthier. I want to eat healthier. Ever since I went to the doctor and they told me that my cholesterol was a little bit high, I did try to find different ways to implement more healthier foods. And then learning my blood type the end of last year, I believe. Maybe want to change my diet as well. So it gave me a new perspective again. And I do want to implement more healthy foods into my lifestyle. And so cutting out certain foods and then adding more. Eat vegan for a day, eat vegetarian for a day. One day, instead of me having beef, I'll have ground turkey or something, or I have the Impossible meat one day. Only thing with Impossible meat is that it has a lot of sodium in it. So I would just mix it up, like be more of a flexitarian. So not just being a meat eater every single day, like cutting out meat for a day, cutting out sugar for a day, not drinking soda. I'm been one to cut out soda, but if I have a soda, don't drink it every day throughout the week. Drinking more and more water. So yeah, it made me want to have a healthier lifestyle. as well. Also, during the fast, I felt very light, so I didn't feel heavy and weighed down due to the foods that I was eating. So it wasn't like I was eating heavy foods, and I didn't fill myself up to the point, even though you might eat vegetarian or vegan, eat all like certain vegetables, you can make yourself get very full. So I did make myself get very full, and I just naturally felt lighter. Also, didn't have a lot of breakouts on my face. I'm not a person that has really bad skin, but I do get breakouts periodically, and I didn't have any breakouts during that time. My skin was very, very clear. Like, I have very clear skin. My skin looked really good during that time. So yeah, that was a benefit. I may have lost a few pounds, but me, I don't desire to lose any weight, so I didn't. I felt like in the like while I was doing it, while as I looked in the mirror, that I did feel a little bit slimmer. But I'm not sure because I didn't weigh myself to see if I lost any weight. But I probably did lose about 5 pounds. And now I'm gonna give you guys some advice. So, like I said, I wanted to give you guys some advice about if you do your Daniel fast. So, like I said, I did make a few mistakes. So, if you make any type of mistake, it doesn't matter what mistake it is, whether you ate the wrong food or you had slip up in any type of way, I just want to encourage you to pick yourself up always. So if you make any type of mistake during your fast, because you can make any mistake, you decide to eat a snack that you weren't supposed to eat, like candy, or you might have ate some pork or something that you're not supposed to eat. I just encourage you to pick yourself back up. Don't feel so guilty. I mean, you shouldn't feel condemned. You should feel convicted. So, like I said, don't feel guilty. But while you're not feeling guilty, don't feel like you need to stay there or that you should continue to do what you are doing. Just pick yourself back up and continue on with the fast. So that's what I did. Yeah, I had a few times where like I messed up. Like I ate some bread, I had some white rice, um, that type of thing. And what I did, I just picked myself back up. So I didn't stay there and then cry like, oh, I messed up on my fast, or I wasn't supposed to have this. Nah, I gotta stop. No, I just was like, okay, I messed up for the day. You know what? I'm gonna make sure I find something else to eat or whatever, and I'm gonna continue on doing this fast. So I did continue on the fast for the full 21 days, even while being pretty sick. So, yeah, you guys, if you mess up, do not feel guilty. We are human beings. Some people, you might mess up here and there. So just always pick yourself back up. Do not stay down. Continue on your fast. And just in life, when you make mistakes and you mess up, just pick yourself back up. That's what a just man is actually. Nobody in the Bible was perfect besides Jesus Christ, and then you have Job that was close to being perfect. But we have many just men in the Bible. So you had David, you had Job that were just men, that were a just man, that were righteous. But what made them righteous, well, at least what made David righteous, was that even when he fell, he always picked himself up. He was a man after God's own heart. He loved God, and whenever he messed up, like I said, he picked himself up. So that's what made him who he was. It wasn't because he was perfect. It wasn't because he didn't make any mistakes. It's because he picked himself back up. So when you make any mistakes, pick yourself back up. I'm not saying, oh, find a way to make a mistake and then pick yourself back up and abusing God's grace. But if you fell yourself short, if you fall short anytime, make sure you pick yourself back up, okay? Don't stray away from God. Don't continue to linger on in guilt, okay? Whether you're fasting or whether it's in life. And I thank you guys. I love you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a like if it helped you anyway. And don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Okay, bye-bye.